Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome to the Brown Book Series. You know what? This next young lady that we're interviewing tonight, she is so fly. And when I say fly, I'm just gonna be honest, right? Before I even got into her books, I just liked her style. I was like, "Get that red hair." I just love her style. Every time I saw her, I'm like, yo, she's like a fashionista. So of course, then I was like, okay, let me read her books. And baby, when I tell you, honey, that dang on Soul Series, child, Jesus is everything. So okay, let me stop talking. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage, award-winning, honey, she's an award-winning national. What's the difference between national and I'm gonna have to ask her that. Anyway, award-winning national best-selling author, Miss Aja. Hi, Aja.
Hi, Shay.
How are you doing?
I love that introduction.
Girl, I just be telling the truth, honey, because you know, here at the Brown Book Series, I tell all my business. I just have to tell the truth. When I first saw you, I was like, oh, that girl fly. What's she writing about? And then it was so crazy because I'm gonna tell all the business, right? And so I was like, oh, she fly. And so then Miss Bev was like, hey, Shay. I was like, what? Have you interviewed Aja yet? I said, no, man, not yet. She said, you need to interview her because that girl bad. I'm like, she fly already. She was like, I know, girl, I know. So that's how I was introduced to Miss Aja. And I'm so happy. So thanks, Auntie Bev, Miss Bev Jenkins, y'all. So Aja, girl, what's up with you, honey? Like, what's going on? Tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, nothing much is going on except the summer's trying to come in. It's warming up. I'm trying to be outside in the sun near some water somewhere. That's what's happening with me.
That's what's happening with you.
I need a vacation.
Aja, you just got back from vacation, didn't you?
I know. I need like a different kind of vacation. I need a cruise. Like I need some Caribbean kind of vacation going on. But I had a wonderful time on my vacation to Chicago, which is really just like a second home for me. So yeah, I had a really good time. But I'm just doing the usual, just trying to write these books, get them out to my readers and you know, spend time with my family, my husband and my children, my friends, and you know, in my free time, whenever that is.
Yeah, girl, because you be cranking these books out, and I'm here for all of it. Now, speaking of Beverly Jenkins, Aja, you won the Beverly Jenkins Author of the Year Award. Girl, how you get that?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I think you know, everything in due time. You know, we aspire to be, or at least I do, I aspire to be the very best at what I'm doing and try to stay focused on what I'm doing and not so much worry about, you know, what's happening out there. And I think I get like tunnel vision when I'm working on my projects and, you know, just trying to interact with my readers when I'm not writing. And so, you know, things like awards and being able to win them and being nominated for them aren't things that I think about immediately. And then, you know, all of a sudden you find out you're nominated and then you're nominated for a Beverly Jenkins Author of the Year award. And you're like, I'm not going to win that. You know, there were some like great people that were also nominated. And so, you know, I really didn't anticipate winning. And I don't mean that in a way of like, I don't believe in myself. It's
right.
You know, maybe that it's just that humble type of spirit that I kind of keep with me, that keeps me balanced, you know, along with my confidence. And so finding out that I was the winner was, it was more than just my excitement about winning an award. I think it was just the award being in her name.
Yeah.
Specifically because she's one of the very first people that encouraged me to write and to publish, not just write, but to publish a book. She's one of my absolute favorite authors and people and in the whole entire world. I just absolutely love Miss B. And so for me to win an award in her name, just, I think it was just God talking to me, telling me to keep going. And so that's what I'm going to do. It's just encouragement for me.
I absolutely love that. Now, Aja girl, let's just be real, right?
Okay.
When you won, like, what did you say? Was you yelling? Was you screaming? Was you like, oh, like what? What was your reaction like?
I actually I was speechless. Like I remember sitting, like I was in the living room and my family was around me and they all knew that the awards were happening, because I was filling them in. I'd look at the notifications, and then so when we got to the notification where it was up, where the nominees for this award, I told my mom, I was like, yeah, it's about to happen. I was like, but I'm not thinking it's going to be me. And I remember, looking somewhere else, doing something different, and then my phone went off, and I looked down and I saw that I was tagged in a post, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, it can't be that. So I go and look, and sure enough, I won. And I remember just kind of covering my mouth and everyone in the room looking at me like, what? And I just like looked at my husband and I was like, I won. And they're like jumping up and down, but I'm just like sitting there just, it was just so surreal and just such a wonderful experience and such an honor. Because like I said, it's really not about the award. It's like, not that awards don't do anything. They do something, for our confidence, but it was just that it just told me to keep doing what I'm doing. And I love that. I love that message.
I'm glad that again you got that message, girl, because let me tell you something. I'm happy that you're going to keep doing what you're doing because it's absolutely wonderful. And I ain't just talking. Girl, you's good, honey.
Thank you.
As old folks say, honey, you our type of girl, honey. You do the writing and we like reading, girl. Absolutely love that. Now, Aja, I heard that you are inspired by soulful music and sensual art.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, girl, what is sensual art, honey?
I love images of couples that clearly there's intimacy shared.
Yeah.
It may be a fictional image in that these two people don't know each other, but the photographer is able to capture some sort of vibe between them. And I can feel that. I experience it when I see it. And I share it a lot. I share a lot of art on my platforms. But it inspires me because it's that thing that I'm looking to write about. That's what I'm writing. And so I just love seeing it. It just fuels my experience. It's just my thing. Yeah.
I love it. Now, soulful music. Who is your favorite artist?
I don't have just one because I just love music. But I have a few. I know like Mesa is one that I really enjoy listening to. And I never say her name right. Is it Lettucey?
Lettucey, yes. Oh, girl, she can sing too. Oof.
My mom used to laugh at me because I used to be like DC. Like, no, girl. So I love her. Jill Scott. I love a lot of neo soul music, but there's some artists out now that I enjoy as well. I think her name is something Rose. I can't remember what her first is. It Mortal Rose? Either way, I'm enjoying her. The Internet is a cool group to listen to. There's some really good soulful music there. Yeah, I could just really go on.
Okay, so you get your inspiration from girl, Connie, because let me tell you something about this old Jasmine Sullivan with them hotels.
Okay, I love hotels. Mm-hmm.
Girl, I be saying it's like, because of course they have it to where like one of the little preludes was where the lady was talking and then the lady in the background, she was like, she right about it.
You right about it. I love it.
Girl, I say that all the time. I be telling my friends, be talking like, she right about it, honey.
She talk about home with your man, even when you married, you hold with him. Yep.
Yes. She right about it. I said, yo, it's just like her whole tone when she came in and said, I was like, yeah, I love her. Whoever she is, I want to talk to her. Yeah. So Jasmine, so I absolutely love that. Now, Aja, how hard was it for you to get published? Well, you first of all, you are indie author, correct?
Always been indie.
Always been indie. Okay.
Yeah, so it's never been hard for me to start this publishing experience. It was more so just a matter of believing in myself and knowing that I can do it, and just taking the steps to get on the platforms. That was the hardest part, really, is just going from writing for myself and then shyly sharing that with a few people to believing that I can go ahead and allow the world to see exactly what it is I've been playing around with. So that was the hardest part about publishing.
So when did you know? Well, first of all, I heard, girl, that you wrote your first short story in first grade.
Yeah.
And you said, honey, and I heard you said your mama threw it away somewhere. You don't even know where it's at. Is that true?
No, it's not. It's like, well, you know what? It might as well be. She just doesn't know where it is. My mom is I guess like a pack rat in the sense that she keeps everything. So there's a lot that she has.
Okay.
And she can't tell me exactly where that story is, but I know it exists. It exists. It's probably in the basement somewhere.
It's there.
In the garage somewhere.
Mama's like, I can't put my hand on it right now, baby, but it's in this house. Believe that. It's in this house. It's like we was little. They be like, what the kids? And my daddy used to be like, they in the house somewhere. They ain't left the house. I don't know what room they in, but they in the house.
Yes.
I absolutely love it. So first grade, first story. So for short stories. So what inspired you to start writing? Was it something, you was looking at the little boy across the way and you're like, I'm gonna write a story about his ass. Like what?
Oh gosh. No. Actually, we were prompted to write the story in the first grade.
Okay.
It was something they were doing in the school where they were publishing the stories that we were writing. So we were encouraged to write these short stories, and everyone had their story put in a book. And my daughter, who is now, on the brink of being, well, she is a teenager, but she's like a younger teenager.
Okay.
She even in her like second grade experience had one of her stories put in a book. So it must be something the schools they do, because you can even decorate the cover, to go with your story. So it was just something that was encouraged in the first grade, and it just so happened that I loved it. And I had already been writing very well. So it wasn't a hard thing for me to come up with this short story. And then I just never stopped.
I love it. Now, why romance?
So when I originally started to write as an adult, like when I got back into writing, right before I started to publish, I just wanted to write. Okay. I just wanted to write a story. And it just so happened that all the things that I was touching upon always ended up being like a love story. So I didn't admit to being a romance writer, not initially, but as I started to share the stories on my blog, others started to notice that there was this trend that I was writing about, couples and love, and that I would always come to the brink of them having sex, but I would never take them over, which, surprises people, that I would kind of pull away at the time of the kiss. I was almost afraid to kind of reveal my sexuality, in the characters, how passionate I am as a person. I was like keeping that. So, it was a reader of mine, a friend and reader, her name is Dolores Harper, who read one of the blogs, and she's like, girl, if you don't just write that kiss, write that whole kiss, write it out. And ever since I wrote that kiss, I've been writing the sex to go along with it.
They've been kissing ever since, girl.
And a lot more. And so, I just found that I was writing romance. That was the trend. And so I just decided to fess up. I'm a romance writer.
I absolutely love that. So why did you decide to do indie instead of traditional like everyone else?
I don't even know. I think it was just that at the time that I was thinking about publishing or my stories being on a platform where others can look at it, read it, and buy it, indie was becoming more of a thing. It had been out already, but I think that it was becoming easier to self-publish at that time. Amazon's platform was easy, even Barnes and Noble, there was, and I'm trying to think of Smashwords made it very possible to publish your stories across multiple platforms. And so it was just the timing of me being able to do what I want and not having to go through any type of channels to do that, not having to wait for anyone to say this is worthy to be seen and to be read.
Right.
So I just never even considered waiting to do the traditional publishing thing. Yeah.
Okay. I absolutely love that. Well, speaking of books and traditional publishing, it brings us to the first segment here at the Brown Book Series called Name That Book. Well, we take one of your books, either a character, a synopsis of the book, or a passage from the book, or something related to one of your books, and you have to name that book. All right?
Okay.
All right. Let me put my glasses on because,
So
honey.
I need to name the books. I got to remember my characters.
Yeah, girl.
Okay.
And I try, you have a lot of series too. So it'd be, the main character of that series. How about that?
Okay.
All right, cool. I have put my glasses on because, honey, everybody know the girl can't see. So like I can only, only for so long, Jesus. Okay. Name that book. Character, and I hope I'm saying her name right. Amara Harper.
I Am Yours.
I Am Yours. Yay. I don't know, Aja, you slow on the draw there. You was like, okay, wait a minute.
I was like, is this really a trick question?
Girl, you be surprised because you've written so many books.
There has to be something else to this one.
No. Oh, okay, no. Look, as old folks say, keep living. Here we go. Name that book. All right. Passage. Cooking was a passion of mine, but so was the man taking over Lenny's.
Sizzle.
All right, for the sizzle, honey. Girl, we're going to talk about sizzle in a minute. Hold on. Okay. Name that book. Character. I love this little boy. I don't know why. Malik Dewberry.
Allure.
Why you say allure like that? You was like, allure.
Because it's so alluring.
It was. And he was so freaking, I was like, I'm so glad she started writing this sex scene. Okay. Next up, name that book. Now, this is a passage, and I love this book of yours. I love this book. I love a lot of your books, but this is one of my favorites. Okay. Name that book. Start writing your stories down and ask your mommy and daddy for help. Can you do that for me?
That would be Love's Required.
Love's Required. I love this book. Oh, I love this book. Yeah. Yes. I love this book. And it was so, and then not only did the character was so into, of course, each other, but the children with the whole, I love when they're like teachers and counselors, stuff like that, dealing with kids. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I absolutely love this book. All right, next up, you're doing good.
Go me.
Girl, you just they be like, girl, we've written. I said, don't matter. Name this book. Okay. Here we go. Psychics often see everyone's future but their own. Ain't that some shit?
It is some shit. That's Soul Love.
That is Soul Love, baby. Your latest release, Soul Love. And this is book 3 from the Soulmates series, correct?
Correct.
Now, Aja, first of all, these women are beautiful. They're on your cover.
Thank you.
They are absolutely beautiful. And this young lady looked like we're gonna talk about the next book too, because that comes out later on. But anyway, can you tell us a little bit about this book without giving a spoiler? Because they're gonna have to read this book. This book is off the chain.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
So Soul Love explores the life of Zoe, who is the 3rd generation of the Z women in the Soulmates series, who have gifts that are supernatural to many. And I just like to think that they are more in tune with who they are than most people. So they're definitely special, but definitely more in tune and accepting of who they are. And Zoe is has found the love of her life pretty early on. Doesn't have to wait forever to find him, but the difficulty is that he's a free spirit and wanderer and loves to go wherever he wants to go. And so her biggest dilemma is loving a man whom she can't really hold on to, or at least she doesn't think so. Um, and accepting that she knows that he's supposed to be her soulmate, but like, how do we get there is kind of her question, given his affinity for leaving things, before they become attachments. And then she also has some daddy issues that she's resolving that you see kind of developing within the first two books. With her aunt, the first book, and She's Got Soul, and then the second book, Deep in My Soul, with her mother, Xena. So yeah, Zoe is just kind of like a dream come true for readers because we get to see her go from being a precocious preteen to teenager, and then you catch a glimpse of her in Sizzle, so she's grown up. I loved placing her there so that the reader can kind of shift and not see her as a little girl anymore. So this story is just a coming of age. She's now an adult and she's in love. She's found the love of her life, whom she's dreamt of and has known would be hers. And now she's got to figure out like how he can be hers. And I really enjoy Soul Love.
Yes, girl. I really enjoyed Soul Love too. Now, but this whole series of yours, what made you come up with? I mean, because it's brilliant. I'm like, I was thinking it's a family of clairvoyants. So, like, what made you come up with this storyline?
It kind of came to me. The very first story, She's Got Soul with Zola, kind of appeared. She appeared first, and then I was trying to figure out who the guy was that was challenging her on the airwaves. When she was doing the podcast, and this is where Khalil comes in, and so I kind of developed their story, their chemistry, their banter first before I really dived into who she was. And as I started to develop her background, I realized that she belonged to a family of women, and as I started to explore that family of women, I wanted to develop a gift in them that made the whole soulmates thing matter. Okay. So when you know who this person is going to be, or you at least sense this connection, how do you go through life now knowing that this is your mate? Like, this is the person. And I didn't want it to be cheesy. Right. I wanted it to be real and deep and soulful. And, so I just built upon that in each story, just making sure that it was authentic to each character. But yeah, when I started with Zola, it wasn't with the idea that this would be a series at all. It was just her book. And then, like I said, as I saw her family, it was like they all were women. And I was like, what is going to make this family of women special? And that was where the gifts came in.
That's awesome. I'm telling you, this was a very great series. I'm like, look at Aja.
Thank you.
I absolutely love that. Now you have, okay, so that book came out, it was February, right, of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that book came out. Your next release will be available July 30th. Mm-hmm. And that one is called Soul Ties. Now, is this the final book in this series?
It is the final book. It is the mother's story, the one that everyone's kind of just been waiting for.
Yeah. Zora's, yeah, exactly. Because I was like, girl, how she go make Zora last? I don't understand. But I get it now. So can you tell us a little bit about Zora's book? Because, girl, let me tell you something. I've already did my little one click, honey.
Well, thank you.
It all to be known, honey. One click. And then for everyone, I'm going to tell you this now. Our sponsors are awesome. So thanks, LC Homes and Associates. They're sponsoring 25 e-copies of your new release.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, they're doing that.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so you can just drop it in your however you're gonna do your giveaways, your newsletters, your people, your however you want to do it, and just send us the names and the emails, and yes, all courtesy of LC Homes and Associates.
Oh, such a blessing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I really do hope that you enjoy Soul Ties when it's released. It will be the story of, I guess, just revelation.
Yeah.
Zora has been a mystery.
She has, girl.
She's been a mystery because, she has raised some beautiful women, and she has been a great grandmother to Zoe. She's been a support system to Zoe, but she herself, you can tell, has had some inner conflict that she's had to work through while trying to be a mother.
Yeah.
And be, just an overall good human being. And I think that is the story of most women. Like, we're constantly, juggling, dealing with our own problems and, baggage, and whether that's happiness or stress, whether it's love or heartbreak, all those things are a collective experience that we have. And then we're always trying to, also be strong and be what we have to be for other people.
Yes.
And I think that's the story of Zora. But she's also not been afraid to show the darkest parts of her at times. And her daughters have seen that, and they've become stronger because of it. But they've also been damaged because of it. It's made them cynical. It made Zola very cynical. It made Zena go the opposite direction of wanting to have the thing that she didn't think her mother had. So I think, Soul Ties will be where we're finally able to understand the why behind the deepest moods that Zora has experienced. We will see her become free of those things and find her own love, explore her own passions, and, achieve the thing that her daughters and her granddaughter was able to get.
I absolutely love that. I cannot wait. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be right there July 30th. Like, hey, where my book at?
I've loved writing it. It's been great. It's been a wonderful experience. I mean, Zora is a beautiful woman. She really is.
The cover is beautiful. Whoever this young lady is on the cover of this, I love her. The dress. I mean, she looks so. It looks like she's like looking into the sunlight or something. Like, beautiful. The artwork on that was wonderful. It was.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I have to thank Sean D. Young, who designs my covers. She's the one that brings it all together and makes them beautiful.
She does your website too, correct?
She does.
Baby, your website is the beast. Baby. I was like, who did your website? Honey, so don't look. I'm letting you know now. I'm be hitting Sean up.
Hit her up.
I am, girl. I'm be like, I want what object? What I want this. You probably to my Shay. I know we cool, but girl, I'm be like, take all your stuff off your website. But no, the website's absolutely great. And I cannot wait again to read this book. Now, Aja, you write a lot of series. Is that something you just like doing? It kind of fell into, because you had something called the Unexpected series. And I was like, girl, was it really unexpected? It was.
Yeah. So really and truly, Soulmates is the only series that I feel like is a true series. Kind of the series that I grew up reading, as far as romance, where it's a character, it's like a story of a family. Yes. And each book introduces a different member of that family. Whereas in the other series, let's not include the Unexpected series. Let's look at like Love's Required, where there are two stories that explore a theme, which is like second chance romances, trying to get over some sort of past hurt. That was Love's Required. That was also Love Taps. So it was really like a themed series. And the same with the Love and Passion series. I Am Yours introduces Amara, but Noah Farrington. And then in the second book is his brother. And so it's a continuation of something that has happened in the first book. And then the third book, there's like a loose connection as far as this the story. Amara's father, it is introduced in the third book of Good Old Soul. So to me, I feel like my series before the Soulmate series were more like loosely connected. You could get by looking at them as standalones, but they were kind of connected.
Gotcha.
Whereas like the Soulmate series, you could read them individually, but like you're not going to get why this is so important. You're not going to get the references.
Right. So you need like, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. I was just about to say, so you need to get all, the whole series start from the beginning so you can understand it and follow the family.
Yeah, I feel like that is true with Soulmates, but not so much with the other series that I've written.
I got you on that. So y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up all of them. Okay. We started with 1, 2, 3, and then 4 in July. And that'll be it. So why well, I guess it's only 4. So you just say, this is it. I'm going to be done. This is this series. I'm finished writing. I don't want to add nobody else. No other cousin. No great grandma. No.
If there's a spinoff, like it'll be its own series, maybe associated with it. But I think that these 4 women are the only women that are in this family that I wanted to explore in this series. But kind of like the Sweet Spot shorts were my way of talking about some characters that have been included in the series, but without interrupting the Soulmates experience. So like in Tease with Charlie, she's Zena's best friend. So you get to see like what's happening with Zena's best friend without really getting into the whole soulmate experience. Allure is another friend. She's Zola's friend. Sizzle, she's Zola's friend. So I'm dealing with some people that are like offshoots of the Soulmate series without ruining that storyline that has been progressive in the Soulmate series.
I absolutely love this series. I can see this as like a TV series.
Thank you. I would love that.
Yeah, that would be hot too, girl. I'll tune in definitely. I'm like, she needs to do something with this. Now, speaking of doing something with this, it brings us to the next segment here at the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather? Where we take the heroes from your books and we put them against each other and you let us know. One night only, one night stand, knocking a boot, all that good stuff. Who'd you rather? Are you ready, girl?
Yeah, this is so unfair.
Yeah, what I did was I tried not to put all the heavy hitters with I tried. Listen, I don't know. I tried. You know how it is. First up, who'd you rather? Rafael Dupré or Logan Graham? Ooh. What I said, girl. I was like, ooh.
I would say Rafael.
I said Rafael too. Tell us why.
I feel like he was a sexier character and so much more sure of himself than Logan was. I think Logan had a lot to work through, and not that that's very human, but I think if I wanted to like escape and have a really good time, it would be Rafe.
I think so too, girl. I was like, oh, honey, Rafael didn't come and get me, honey, because I was like, shit, Raph, I'll be part of the Soul Sisters, honey. Come on, baby. I do a podcast too. Come on over here.
I love it.
All right, next up, who'd you rather? Jackson Knight or Chaz Phillips?
Oh, that's not fair.
Woo! See? Woo! I'm talking about open your mouth and say, yes, Lord.
I'm going to have to go with Chaz.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to go with Chaz. I think Chaz because he, and maybe this is just like the continuing theme with me. He has this confidence and swagger. Jackson has it too, but like Chaz just has a way of coming into a space and just taking over. He's a man's man. And like, there's no way you can confuse that. And I just love that take charge, but in such a way that softens you, doesn't make you feel like this person is forcing me to be something. No, he just inspires you to want to give him what it is he wants.
Everything, girl. You talking about coming into a space? Yes, honey. Got a space you can come into, Mr. Chaz. Okay.
Go ahead.
Next up, who'd you rather? Malik Dewberry or Cameron Townsend?
Ooh. Oh.
Hmm.
I love them both, but I'm going to have to go with Malik on this one.
I went with Malik too.
Because Malik had the ability to help Mia laugh, like smile.
Yeah.
And I think that, sometimes we get so caught up with creating our futures and the hard work of it all. We need someone that helps bring us down and shows us that life is worth living and not just working on.
I got it. Oh, I like that saying too. Life is worth living. It's just, here you go, girl. So all right, author's moments for you. What is your most urgent priority for the rest of the year?
Other than vacation?
I'm going on vacation. I don't give a damn.
Somewhere. Probably not this year though. But yeah, I would say just finishing my schedule of releases, some that are known and some unknown, but just keeping with that, remaining consistent with my writing every day and making sure I reach my goals. I would say that's my priority. Definitely to deliver good content to my readers.
I absolutely love that. Okay, author's moments. In being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Not so much with it impacts being a novelist, but just the marketing aspect, making sure that I'm writing to the market or writing to my readers, and being consistent in that, and then making sure that I am effectively showing that so that you guys are ready for it and you know who I am and you know what to expect from me. I think, yeah, definitely marketing.
Okay. Yeah, because I've heard from other indie authors, the marketing is a beast. I was like,
yes.
Marketing is absolutely crazy. I get it. I get it. All right, author's moments, Aja. If you could have tea with one fictional character, who would it be?
Would it be my characters or any character?
Any character. Your character or any other character. Hold on, let's do two. One of your characters and then a tea with another character.
I was about to choose two other characters. Okay. My character. I think it would be Zora.
I was gonna say that.
It would be Zora if it was my character. And then if it was someone else's character, it would be Damali Richards in The Vampire Huntress Legends by L.A. Banks.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey. Why is that?
She's just a fascinating character who has like extreme and outerworldly like abilities. She's a very special person and she can do just about anything. But she's also experienced a lot of pain along with her triumph, but she's overcome all of that. I just think she's a very strong, interesting, badass female character. I love you like made me choose one out of other characters. I would have had two, I think.
You know what? Since we love you here, Aja, we're gonna give you one more.
Okay, thank you. I was just thinking about Beverly Jenkins, and I would say I'd want to speak to Hester in Indigo.
Girl, I want to speak to Hester and Galen. What the hell?
Oh yeah. But I love Hester. I just love her.
Yeah, Hester was good. Okay, I'm with you on that one. All right, author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Keep having a good time. Yeah, keep having a good time. At 15, I was starting to come into a place where I was becoming more comfortable being who I was. I mean, definitely not where I am today, comfortable, but I was certainly like beyond the very awkward stage of being a preteen. And I was starting to enjoy things at school, participate in more activities. I had joined choir. I was at the brink of being able to date. Boys were taking interest, but I wasn't too pressed. You know, I had a good little job, little side job that gave me a little bit of money. So whatever I wanted, I could have. I mean, 15 was not a bad time. So I would just tell her, you know, just keep pressing on, enjoying myself, have a good time, and stay focused.
That's what's up. Okay, I love it. If you could have a pen name, Aja, what would your pen name be?
I have a pen name. Not a secret, not a complete secret. I mean, there are people who know it, and then there's people who don't, because I don't really bring those worlds together.
We don't know, girls, so tell us, honey.
So I write erotica under the pen name Deep.
Ooh, that did something to my soul. Just deep.
Mm-hmm. And the first book of my very popular series is Naughty Girl.
Oh, girl, let me go over here and see about some naughty. Let me write that down, y'all.
Yeah.
So why did you want to? First of all, why did you choose Deep?
That's
true. That's true.
But really and truly, I feel like the name really worked for the type of erotica that I write, because it has a storyline. I've read a lot of erotica, at least at the time that I started to publish. There were a lot of erotic stories were not romantic at all. They were strictly like just erotica. And they almost just got to the sex, you know. Yeah. No problem with that. But I wanted to write an experience for this young woman who was coming into her sexual exploration years of her adulthood. And I wanted it to be a story. I didn't want it to be something where we just jumped into bed, even though she jumped into bed quite a bit. I wanted you to get to know her. And so, like my tagline for Deep is that I write erotica with a storyline. And I think that deep means that I'm going deeper than the sex.
Okay. Oh,
that's really not the reason why but it's the most appropriate reason for the show.
Oh, so clearly you haven't heard this show. You don't have to be appropriate over here. You can be very transparent.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
very.
He calls me Deep, so that was yeah.
Okay. Oh. We are married to the same people. I love it. Okay, see now that's what I'm talking about. I like that, and I like that. That's hot, Deep. Oh, you know, girl, you're not gonna go over there because let me tell you something. It ain't no. Everybody know I love porn, right? But when I'm watching it, I'm like, sometimes you just okay, cool, get in, get out. But I'm like, y'all want a storyline. I want to hear, you know what I'm saying, like not so much as a movie, but something.
What brought you to this moment that you decided that you were going to just let it all go?
Exactly. What did he say? He just walked in and that's it. And then you know what I'm saying? Just like, so I like that. I'm going to get into that, girl. I'm going to be my new thing, Deep. See, I learn something new all the time.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, cool. Works for me. Now, Aja, if you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
The cello.
What a cello, girl.
I just love it. It's a beautiful instrument. It's just so, in my opinion, it's deep and earthy and unassuming. You know, it gives you that sound that just like, it's not trying to gain attention in a room, but it is providing everything at that moment. And I just kind of love that.
Yeah, I love that too. That's what's up. Okay, cool. Last up, author's moments. What's the one dream that you've tucked away?
I don't know that I have. You mean like a dream, like a dream I've actually dreamt, or just like a dream I have for myself? Something
for yourself. Like, if you wasn't going to be a writer, you would be like, you know what? I wanted to be an astronaut, but I decided not to do that. Or just like, yeah, more dreams like you have, like did you just like, yo, you know what? I'm just not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna tuck it away and maybe come back to it, or
I'm kind of living my dream. I left my corporate good paying job to do this full time, to write full time. And I think that was my dream that I'm now realizing. The other dream would have been just to retire early, and not work for anyone in my 40s. So I'm in my 40s now.
Okay.
And I'm not working for anyone, but it's just not the way that I envision it per se, but who knows? And I also have a dream of like leaving all of this and living on an island somewhere with my husband.
On this island, yo. Somebody get this girl a vacation.
I love the water. I love the water.
I absolutely love that. Now, Aja, dead or alive, if you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
5 people.
Any era, dead or alive.
Bob Marley.
Ooh, girl, I'm coming to your party.
Araminta, Harriet Tubman. Jesus. I need someone who can sing. Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, I love Ella Fitzgerald.
Girl, my grandmother.
That's what's up. That's a hot dinner table there. Look at
everybody's dead at this table.
No matter, honey. But they're gonna be there with you. They're gonna be alive and well, eating with you.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, Aja, this has been such a great interview. We are coming to the end of our journey, as the old folks said. We have one question left. But before we go, please tell everybody where they can contact you, where they can get your books, where they can follow you on social media, and all things Aja.
So you can definitely find me on most platforms. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as Aja the Writer. The easiest way to find all the links is to go to ajatherewriter.com /links. That's ajatherewriter.com. And then, you can reach out to me through email at ajatherewriter@yahoo.com. And I'm available on Amazon. It's Aja, AJA. Sometimes it's hard to find me. So if you just put in the Soulmates Series, you'll be able to locate me that way.
All right, that's what's up, girl. We be finding you, honey. We know where you at, girl. We know where you at, honey. All right, last question. Again, I just want to say thank you for joining us. Like, you are awesome, and thank you because I had to reschedule, girl, and you was like, "Girl, no problem. What's up? We need you." So I really, 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 really appreciate that. So thank you.
And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for even asking me here. It's been an enjoyable experience.
Thank you.
Had a good time with you.
Thank you. You're awesome. Okay, Aja. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Deep love.
Deep love. Okay, that's what's up. I'm not gonna ask you to elaborate no more.
That one, I can't. I mean, that one isn't inappropriate. It's like love is a big thing for me, and I try to do all things with love, and I live my life that way, and it runs deep inside of me. So yeah, it's like I'll never run out of love.
That's not inappropriate. That's so real. I love it, and you can tell it too. You can tell that you're a loving person and that you give love, and girl, you tell you can take it too, honey. All right, girl.
I can.
My Lord,
I really like you.
Always taking for you, Aja. I'll be right back. Brown Book Series. If you love that interview, and I know you did, please like, subscribe, and tell a friend. We want to thank Aja for joining us today. So make sure you go check her out on all her social media handles. Go to the Amazon and buy out everything. You have to get the Love series. I'm telling you, from book 1 all the way to book 4. You have to get that series. So make sure you go and check that out. All right, y'all know what's up. Every Wednesday night, we're right here. 6 o'clock, Brown Book Series. And then after 6 o'clock, we're going to go over to Reese Ryan's channel for Authors Behind the Pages. Reese, we have that, baby. There be some deep discussions over there, baby. I mean, you know, I'm over here with all the bullshit. She over there, and she be getting in behind the author's mind and they membrane and the pages and all that. I can't even, you know, some of the words I can't even pronounce. I don't even get into it. But anyway, so 7 o'clock, you go over to Reese Ryan's channel. Hey, Reese. And after that, 8 o'clock, we're going to cruise on over to Cruise Radio for Iris Moments with Iris Bolling. You know how they get sexy and downright over there, honey. You talking about erotic station, baby. They be talking about some good stuff over there. So that's it. 6 o'clock, I see you here. 7 o'clock, I see you over at Reese Ryan's channel. And at 8 o'clock, I'll check you out and see you over at Cruise Radios. Thank you again. Love you guys. Be safe, and see you next week.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby.